Ever wondered why some people never seem to take responsibility for their actions, always blaming others instead? Well, this may well be a sign of a complex and prevalent mental health condition known as Narcissistic Personality Disorder, or NPD for short. This disorder is characterized by a pervasive pattern of grandiosity, a constant need for admiration, and a lack of empathy. But one of its most intriguing and challenging traits is a lack of accountability. This trait, shrouded in enigma, is what we aim to unpack today. From blaming others and denying any wrongdoing to externalizing fault and avoiding personal growth, the intricate web of NPD is woven with threads of avoidance and deflection. And it's these threads that often lead to conflicts, broken relationships, and emotional harm to those who find themselves in the narcissist's orbit. Let's delve into the world of narcissism and explore how this lack of accountability manifests. Get ready to uncover the mysteries of the enigma that is narcissism. Picture this: whenever something goes wrong, fingers are pointed elsewhere. Sound familiar? This is a common tendency for individuals with narcissistic personality disorder. They are quick to shift the blame onto others, like a well-rehearsed dance move. This blame game, however, is more than just a way to dodge responsibility. It's a defense mechanism, a shield to protect their grandiose self-image and self-esteem. Imagine living in a world where you are always the hero, never the villain. For those with NPD, admitting fault is like accepting a crack in their perfect self-image. So they deflect, they point fingers, they lay blame anywhere but at their own feet. This allows them to maintain a facade of perfection and superiority to keep their world from shattering. But remember, this blame game is just the beginning. But blaming others is just the tip of the iceberg. Imagine a world where mistakes don't exist, at least not your own. Welcome to the reality of those living with narcissistic personality disorder. One of the most perplexing aspects of this condition is the person's ability to deny any wrongdoing and distort reality. This is not just about avoiding blame, it's about creating an alternate universe where they are infallible. The narcissist's world, where mistakes are as mythical as unicorns. This denial is not just a defense mechanism, but a necessity for their grandiose self-image to survive. However, the reality distortion field doesn't stop there. It extends to the realm of externalizing fault. You see, in the narcissist's narrative, they are never the villain, only the misunderstood hero. When a situation goes awry, it's never due to their actions or choices. Instead, the blame conveniently lands on external circumstances or other people's actions. This externalization, while seemingly an act of self-preservation, is a complex process. It's not merely about shirking responsibility, but about preserving a sense of superiority and perfection. They need to maintain this facade, not just for others, but for themselves as well. Now you might wonder, why go through these mental gymnastics? Why not just admit the mistake and move on? The answer lies in the narcissist's fragile ego. Admitting mistakes would mean acknowledging their imperfections, which is a direct threat to their inflated self-image. In essence, the narcissist's denial of wrongdoing and distortion of reality can be seen as a fortress, a stronghold guarding their grandiose self-image from the harsh truths of their behavior. The walls of this fortress are built with bricks of denial and cemented with the mortar of distortion, creating a nearly impregnable defense. But remember, this isn't about justifying their actions. It's about understanding the complexity of this mental health condition. It's about observing the intricate web of denial, distortion, and externalization that shields the narcissist from accountability. Yet this lack of accountability goes even deeper. It seeps into their interactions, relationships, and their very perception of the world. But that's a story for another scene. Empathy, a vital human quality, but what happens when it's missing? Let's delve into this thought. Imagine a world where the feelings and perspectives of others are irrelevant to you. This is essentially the perspective of someone with narcissistic personality disorder. Their lack of empathy contributes significantly to their lack of accountability. In this empathy vacuum, they're unable to fully grasp the impact of their actions on other people. It's like they're walking through a gallery of mirrors, seeing only their own reflections, oblivious to the world outside. This self-absorption shields them from understanding the pain they might inflict on others, and so they remain unaccountable. Now, let's consider the concept of personal growth. It's a journey that involves self-reflection, acknowledgement of personal faults, and the courage to change. But for individuals with narcissistic personality disorder, this journey is often avoided. Why? Because self-introspection would mean facing their imperfections, and that's a battle they're unwilling to fight. So, they stagnate. They remain stuck in their patterns, unable to evolve or improve. It's like being in an endless loop, running but getting nowhere. This avoidance of personal growth only reinforces their lack of accountability, creating a cycle that's hard to break. However, the evasion of accountability doesn't stop there. It's just one facet of the complex diamond that is narcissistic personality disorder. Ever felt like you're losing your grasp on reality around someone? That's the master manipulation at work, often a hallmark of those with narcissistic personality disorder. Narcissists can be cunning in their manipulation tactics, using tools like gaslighting, where they make others question their own perceptions or even their sanity. It's like a smoke and mirrors game, where the narcissist is the puppeteer, pulling strings to control the narrative. They also have a knack for playing the victim, expertly turning the tables to evade responsibility. This can be confusing and emotionally draining for those on the receiving end, and it's all part of the narcissist's arsenal to maintain their illusion of perfection. But there's more. Ever heard of projection? It's like a psychological boomerang. Narcissists throw their own unacceptable thoughts or feelings onto others, effectively making others carry the weight of their faults. It's another defense mechanism to avoid facing their own shortcomings. And when it comes to apologies, don't hold your breath for sincerity. Narcissists often use apologies as mere tools to regain control or favor. It's not about remorse or acknowledgement of responsibility. It's about maintaining their image and control. Understanding these traits can help us navigate relationships with those who might be struggling with NPD. It's a complex condition that can bring about challenging dynamics. But by understanding, we can better navigate these tricky waters and perhaps help those struggling find the professional psychological assistance they need. Navigating the world of narcissism can be like walking through a maze. Narcissistic Personality Disorder, or NPD, is characterized by an intricate pattern of grandiosity, coupled with a ceaseless need for admiration and a notable lack of empathy. This can result in a remarkable lack of accountability, which manifests in several ways, from blaming others and denying wrongdoing, to externalizing fault and avoiding personal growth. These individuals may also use manipulation as a tool to dodge responsibility, often employing tactics such as gaslighting, playing the victim, or using charm and deceit to deflect blame. Projection and insincere apologies are also common among those with NPD. These behaviors can significantly impact interpersonal relationships, causing conflicts and emotional harm. Remember, NPD is a complex mental health condition, and those exhibiting these behaviors may benefit from professional help. Please like, share and subscribe for more on narcissistic personality disorder traits.